in this tournament. Hello and welcome back to DeKalb High School, home of the Barons, for the second round of the Barons tournament. They will be facing off against the Indian Creek Braves, who have faced one loss. Barons were able to take down Hanover by 3 points, 50 to 47, and the Braves were just shy, losing 47 to 48. Now here we've got a great game in store, and we're so looking forward to how this game's going to play out. We've got Caden Rice jumping for the ball for the Barons, Zeke Penrod and Dalton Cox, Brady Vince, and Caden Palumbo starting for the Barons.
That should be a good matchup. DeKalb battled Hanover earlier this morning, and then Lakeland, Indian, what's it called?
Indian Creek.
Indian Creek battled Hanover also, and two close competitions. So this one should also be a battle.
A nice combination there by Palumbo.
And this, theoretically, we're not quite sure at the moment, but this should be for a play-in for the championship game. So the winner of this will most likely make the championship matchup tomorrow.
Yep, and that will be decided after this game takes place. And all of you watching out for the next game, just stay tuned to BTV. Look forward to a stream tomorrow as we're going to follow the action as best we can as whenever the Barons are able to play. Go Dalton Cox taking around the top of the court. Almost slipping there. Brady Vince has the wide open shot. Doesn't quite get the three, but Rice is there.
Rice had a great game earlier this morning. Hopefully he can continue that into tonight.
Braves putting it up, just circles out of the rim, and Rice brings it back down.
This looks like a different starting lineup than that they originally had out there this morning. So some few coaching adjustments were made going into this game. Looking at the starting lineup.
Yeah, Palumbo definitely wasn't there. A nice job there by Vince sending it out. And Cox sinking it for three. That's going to be the second time that the Barons have scored so far. It is 5-0 with 6 minutes left. The Braves just not able to get past this tough Baron defense. There's definitely some more energy here than the Barons started out with this morning. And there's Penrod bringing the ball down, taking it down court for the Barons. Vince trying to drive it into the paint. Braves are able to get a hand on it, but it's still Baron ball.
They're going to call that out of bounds on Alec Burries.
Vince here passing it in. Sends it over the heads of the Braves to Dalton Cox, and it circles the drain and stinks in.
And an 8-0 run to start this ball game for the DeKalb Barons. Great momentum.
Yep, 2 threes there by Cox. It's just a great job by him.
Indian Creek really needs 2 points right here. They got to stop this drought. I mean, they're already caught in a bad situation early, and they need points desperately. 3, that goes in.
Well, that's one way to bring it back for the Braves. And here, Brady Vince taking it up the court.
Mason Frishy on the 3 for the Braves. And Penrod's got a chance for and 1 down low.
Yeah, this is going to be a great opportunity, taking the Barons lead back to 8.
VRS picks up his first foul of the night.
A nice job there.
Great way to finish out that 3-point play. Really physical play down there in the paint for for Penrod.
And I think those plays are going to be some very important things that we're going to need to look for in this Baron offense, because the Barons just have some bigger guys down in the paint. Penrod, Rice, and Meinhardt are all 6'3" and are going to have a size advantage over some of these Braves.
Jackson Green on that jumper for the Braves right there. He's a really good shooter, 51% from the field so far this season, and that just showed right there. Flawless jumper shot.
A pass there out of the hands of Penrod, and it is going to be Braves ball once again. 4 minutes left. Barons up by 6. Barons here putting up an airtight defense. The Braves are just not able to get it past them. They haven't been able to work the paint at all so far this game.
This team is really good at driving to the hoop. They don't really shoot many three-point shots. They like to go in, find the open lane, and go score two underneath the basket, but they like to create those drives and those plays. They're not really an under-the-paint type play, just quick movement from the Braves.
Yep, and there just showed. They're missing one. Here we could see a big deal in their free throws and how that's going to affect this game. We've had a lot of close scoring games throughout the day. The Barons at the beginning and Hanover and Indian Creek just earlier. And those free throws can be so important.
And this Braves team is also really good from line. Green, who was just at the line, shoots 86%. He did miss one, but that'll be uncharacteristic from what we'll see for the rest of the night.
Dalton sends it up, but it's off the rim, and the Barons are able to get the rebound. Vince drives in, and it is pulled down by the Braves.
That's a tough hook shot there by Brady Vince, but I really like the aggressiveness. Got the ball, drove down to the underneath the hoop. I really like the play overall, just couldn't finish the shot.
Yep, and we've definitely seen his skills and how he has been able to use that move pass. Into the hands of the Barons. It's a foul called, and it's Pebble sending it into Cox, taking it down court. Sending it to Graydon Pebble. Working their way inside, dishing it out, and Pebble takes a long shot, and it is out and into the hands of the Braves.
That's going to be out on the Braves there. They could have called a foul, I believe, on Palumbo. Instead, the Braves just dribble it out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Barons.
Bo Meinhardt coming in for Caden Palumbo right there.
There's been no score in a while in this ball game.
Nope.
Penrod down low, and he gets the play. Great fake there, and then a good finish.
Yep, the big guys working the paint. It's what DeKalb is so good at different points. And not only that, but their variety in other shot making. But the Braves are able to put it up, and it's pulled down once again by Penrod.
Yeah, weird chart there by Cooley. A little runner. I didn't really look too much like his shot.
Sending it around. Vince finds the opening, but it bounces off the rim. Meinhardt's able to pull it down, and it's going to be a jump ball.
It'll stay with the Braves.
13-6, 1:30 left on the clock, and Graydon Temple here is going to be putting on a full court press, looks like. I mean, we saw that a little bit earlier against Hanover, where he was just putting on some pressure, trying to get a steal, and we'll see how it pays off here.
I mean, the game is played on the full court. There's no reason to only have to play it on a half a court. So sometimes teams just like to make them fight a little bit to get it down the court. Other teams like to keep it on the, not put full pressure and just guard from the basket. Just depends on the style of play the coach wants.
Once again, driving in.
And there's going to be a foul before the shot.
So no points gained there.
Penrod picks up his second foul of the night. He's going to have to go take a seat on the bench.
Rice is going to come in for him, and the Braves are going to be passing it in. The Braves just not finding that opening yet. Just sending it around, trying to keep the Barons on their toes. And there's going to be a travel.
Green, just a little walk with the ball there.
The Barons doing a nice job to cause that fumble there. And here, Vince is going to be passing it into Cox. Number 3 is going to be subbing in for 1 for the Braves. Here we go, Vince taking it down court.
Last 35 seconds here. I'm guessing the Barons are going to try to hold on to the last possession, extend their lead going into the second quarter.
Barons just passing around the top. Schmidt making his way inside.
Oh, you have to make those layups. Good fight there by Schmidt, though, trying to get his own rebound.
Yep, 3 Barons went up, but they weren't able to pull it down and went out on the Barons, and the Braves are going to take it in, I'm guessing, to the last 13 seconds.
That was a really good move by Connor Schmidt. Just really need those open layups to fall in, but I really like about that play, and I think that's something that's not just going to be overlooked, is how he went after the ball after his miss. A lot of times players don't go after their own ball
and there
once they miss a shot, so like to see that from Schmidt.
Yeah, Vince tried to send it down court there. No doubt trying to copy the Hanover play we saw earlier today.
Yeah, that would not be the first half-court shot we've seen today. Hanover made one at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, but it was a really impressive shot, and it kept the Barons and them locked in a tight battle for the rest of the game.
It's been a great day of basketball here at this tournament. It's not like a classical tournament. From what I've been told, each team has a guaranteed 2 games. Well, each team is guaranteed 3 games. There are 6 teams in this tournament. Each team has 2 games automatically. So these 2 games today are set. So for DeKalb, they had to play Hanover, and then they had to play Indian Creek. And then Saturday, we determine who plays what by the, record that is played today. So the Barons are 1-0. If they win this game, they'll be 2-0, and they'll most likely play the other 2-0 team or the next best record out there. That's how it works. So we'll try to figure out at half who's all in what scenarios for tomorrow.
Yep, and we're looking forward to a great effort no matter who they play by the Barons, and we will be following them tomorrow.
But a win here would certainly put them in prime position to to be in the championship ball game.
Yep, the only thing that could
actually, it'd be guaranteed.
Yeah, the only thing that could take it away would be point differentials if there were 3 teams that were 2-0.
And there can't be.
There, Meinhardt breaks away to the basket, but just doesn't quite get that layup. The Braves able to send it up, and they get an easy shot there. I think we're definitely seeing some more speed this game compared to Hanover.
The Hanover game was a really low scoring for both of those teams, averaging points in the 50s.
There's going to be a foul called, and Meinhardt's going to be stepping up to the line.
I think that foul was against Bires. No, they're going to call that against Alex Morse for the Braves. That's his first foul tonight.
Here we go, Meinhardt with a chance to extend the lead to 7. There, he missed one. There, he missed the other. The Braves are able to pull it down, and the Barons are back and ready for defense.
And they went straight underneath the hoop. And Cooley gets quick 2 points underneath the basket. He's their leading scorer for Indiana Creek, 19.2 points per game for him. And he gets, I think that might be the first points of the night for him? No, it can't be. He made another shot before that. Yeah, either way, a great scorer for them.
He's definitely a leading scorer for them, and I think that's going to be interesting to see how that matchup of him as a leading scorer for the Braves compared to the all-around great shot making found on DeKalb's team. I mean, we have Zeke Penrod as a definite leader for the Barons, but all around, any one of them can shoot. Any one of them can work their way to the basket.
The DeKalb team does a really good job at spreading the wealth without their team, giving the ball to other people, giving them open shots, creating open shots no matter where it is on the floor, whether it be from beyond the arc like we saw earlier this morning or within the paint. That's what's so hard to guard about this DeKalb team. They can attack several different points.
Here we go. Barons are going to have first possession in. Not first possession. We've already started the second quarter, but the Barons are going to be taking it down. Cox trying to work his way in, dishes it out to Vince, who just loses his handle on it, but is able to gain it back. Braden Pepple from the corner, off the rim, and the Braves get a handle on it.
He hasn't had a great day from 3. He's 57% so far this year from beyond the arc, but today I believe he's 0-2.
Yep, and that's off the hands of the Barons when the Braves took the breakaway, and they're going to be able to work their way into something here. Braves are definitely not rushing a play here as they work their way around, trying to get the Barons off balance, but their defense is just spot on keeping track of them.
They're just trying to create an open lane. They had a small one there. Couldn't get it to fall in. Great rebound by Bires.
A great effort there, but the Barons are able to take hold. Pepple getting it, and the Barons just able to put it in.
They're going to call goaltending on the Barons there. Oh, Rice touched it while it was still on the rim. I don't know. I feel like that one was off the rim before he touched it.
Hard to tell, but he did a great job. It was a great effort there trying to dish it back in. Here we go, Braves taking it down. Still 13-10, the Barons lead. Braves working around the three-point line. They're able to dig into the paint, but there they send it up, and Palumbo's able to get the rebound.
Freeshay just couldn't get the 3-point to fall in.
Now it's the Barons' turns to work up a play. Palumbo sent it into Vince, dishes it back out. He isn't able to get it off the hands of Penrod, and it is going to be Braves ball once again.
It looks like they're going back to the same offense they ran this morning. They tried to work the ball inside, and then once they went inside, they tried to kick it back out the three and shoot the three if the inside shot wasn't going to work. That inside-out type offense that they're running, and it was pretty effective this morning. Hopefully it's effective for them today or tonight.
Yep, the Barons just haven't been able to quite close in on those and finish those shots. And that's hurt them for this quarter of the game. But the Barons have done a great job on defense getting those rebounds. Here, Penrod's able to put it up, and it is good. No foul is called, but the Barons lead 15-10.
That was a great feed there by Brady Vance. He knew exactly where he wanted that ball to go. That way he could have Zeke Penrod step into the exact spot. That way they could get it in. There's a lot of going on with the point guards of where they have to feed it to their big guys and where they want the ball to be.
Yeah, but a great play there by the Braves, and they match that too. Barons taking it down court. Cox here with the ball, sending it to Penrod, who works his way in, but just doesn't get it.
Yeah, that was a great block there by Green.
And there's going to be a foul called on number 13. He's going to be stepping up to the line.
Yeah. Cooley will go to the line again, another lead scorer. He's 71% from the free throw so far this season. One thing I'll say about Cooley is he's got a pretty big vert. He can really get up there on his jumps.
And there he missed one. He's got a chance for one more here. 4:12 on the clock. It is up and out, and Vince is able to get the rebound. Here we go. Vince sends it to Rice. Palumbo makes his way into the paint and puts it up, but it just isn't able to work it, and the Braves are able to get the ball back. Green handling. Trying to making his way into the paint.
Yeah, just great defense there by Dalton Cox, not allowing any window for a shot or a drive. Oh, and a good steal, and Cooley's going to touch the ball there at the end. It'll be out of bounds on him, the Barons.
A great effort there by Cox getting that steal. A timeout. No timeout is called. My mistake. And Cox is going to be sending it in for the Barons. Penrod's able to push his way into the paint. It's dished out to Vince, who nails it and puts the lead 18-12, a 6-point lead for the Barons. Braves ball. Braves able to work their way into the paint, and here there's a quick 2 points. Barons here getting told by their coach to slow it down a little bit. And there, a pass just over the head of Vince, and it slips out into the hands of the Braves, and another quick 2 points there. Not what the Barons are going to want to see. And here, it looks once again like they're going to be slowing it down. Dalton Cox here calling out a play.
Yeah, Dalton almost got in trouble there. Oh,
Penrod puts it up, but Vince is able to get a nice hop there, getting an offensive rebound, and a foul is going to be called.
Penrod can normally make those 3 points. He's 53% from beyond the arc this season, which is extremely high. I really you do not want him to get an open shot, but the weird thing about Penrod is how he can play down low and he can play from beyond the arc. Just an all-around good player.
Here Rice makes his way in the paint, and there's a nice shot by him, 20-16.
That looked really familiar to what we saw this morning. He had a great day underneath the hoop this morning, and he had 2 threes for his own. Braves rushing in, trying to find that lane, but Graydon Pebble is ready and not having it. Penrod's able to put it in. A nice assist there by Pebble. That's just a good play, knowing that you got a 2v1 down low. You draw the defender to the person with the ball, and then you pass it to the other guy, and he's able to finish it. In that case scenario, it was Penrod, and just great play in transition for the Barons. Yeah, a nice job there by the Barons, and the Braves are going to want to cut down that momentum, and they call a timeout. I really like the way the Barons are playing so far. They've played pretty aggressive, and they've worked their tails off as this game has gone on, and we've definitely seen some more energy in how they're moving compared to this morning. And I really like that, even if it is causing some more of those errors, because you can just see the fire in their eyes. Yeah, both of these teams are battling hard with a lot of spirit. It's been a long day, too, especially for the Braves. I mean, being another almost 3 hours away, having to come this morning, and then you have to be here all day, play the tournament. This isn't the first game. Both these teams already had a game earlier this morning, so obviously their energy level is not going to be quite at 100%, but you couldn't tell. Yep, and here 10 seconds left in this break, and the action will be right back. It's going to be a Braves ball as they send it in. Barons are going to be coming out. Meinhardt is going to be coming in for Penrod. Once again, rushing to the basket. The Braves just aren't able to get it in. Vince pulls it down for a defensive rebound, and he's able to rush in for a nice layup there. Another just great play in transition, and a great steal there by Pebble, and that's 4 points before you could even tell. There's a 10-point lead for the Barons. A great job there by the Barons. Some great extra effort, and it's getting the Braves a little scared with a 10-point lead. Yeah, just like that, silences the crowd. Green with a 3. Yeah, that's a great shot there. He averages 13.6 points per game, and he's got a lot today. Cox with the ball, sending it over to Pepple. The Barons' momentum has definitely slowed since that timeout, but here it is. The Barons are still ahead, 26-19, working around, trying to work down this clock. Yeah, they want this to be the last possession. Vince is just going to try to dribble it out, both Vince and Cox. Yeah, they tried to do the same thing earlier against Hanover. It just wasn't quite the right play then. But here, Rice puts it up, not quite getting it. Yeah, that's going to be out of bounds. Hit the top of the hoop, one of the bars up there, which are technically out of bounds. So it'll be the Braves ball. Yep, here coming in for the last 8 seconds. Colombo is going to be coming in for Vince. Big possession here for the Braves. Be great to get 2 and a little momentum going into the locker room at half. They got plenty of time, 6 seconds to go make a play. Rushing in, not quite. And yeah, they couldn't get the point to fall in there. The score will be 26-19 at the half. That was a quick half too. Yeah, it's been there's been a lot of action this half, and the Barons and Braves likewise have done very well to temper and work on each other's weaknesses and strengths. The Barons have put up some great energy here, as we've seen, and compared to this morning, I think they're moving a lot better, and they're just bringing a lot more energy to the game. We're going to try to figure out the stereo, what are those called? Situation. The standings? Yeah, standings, but like the scenarios for the tournament. Okay. Well, the scenarios other than DeKalb winning. So right now we don't know. Whiteland and Northrop played earlier, and we don't know the score of that game yet. But we are unaware. because we don't know Whiteland's record. At the moment, it looks like there are technically 3 undefeated teams with Northrop, DeKalb, and then Indian Creek. One of those teams, Indian Creek or DeKalb, is going to have 1 loss. And then we're not quite sure. Whiteland could also be 1-0.
Well, Indian Creek is 0-1.
Fair.
They lost to Hanover by 1 point.
Good call. Indian Creek lost to Hanover. All right. Oh, bones, I just marked that down wrong. So now there's only one other undefeated team, which is Northrop, and they could have lost to Whiteland. But let's say Whiteland did win that game, because we don't... Is there a way we can figure out who won that game?
Probably.
So let's just say, stereotypes right now, if Whiteland won that game against Northrop, they would be 1-0, and then they have Lakewood Park, who isn't that great of a basketball team, so we can expect Whiteland to go 2-0. If Northrop won, they'll go 2-0. So technically, whoever won that Northrop-Whiteland game, they will then be in the championship game. And if the Barons win right now, then they'll also be in the championship game. Lakewood Park is out because they're 0-1. And then Indian Creek is out because they're 0-1. And most likely it's going to be 2-0 teams that are in the championship game. Unless for some reason Whiteland loses to Lakewood Park. And then they would be 1-1. And the Barons lose here, then they would be 1-1. And then we just have a bunch of 1-1 teams. And it goes off a point differential then. And Wyatt's right now on the case to see who won that game. He's at the scores table right now. It's very intriguing stuff. He's coming back. He's got the. Yeah, can you follow him with the camera? Oh no, he's going up the steps now. He's too late. Oh well. Well, the way the tournament works is that each team is guaranteed 2 games, and then the best records then play in the championship tomorrow. All right, here's Wyatt with the news.
Yep, Whiteland won their game earlier, 88-52.
Good word.
Yeah, it was. That's what I was told, and
So
I'm hoping that's correct.
So we're going to assume with an 88-52 win, Northrop beat Lakewood Park, and now Whiteland plays Lakewood Park. So we're going to assume that Whiteland's going to win. That means Whiteland will be 2-0. If the Barons win here, then they'll be 2-0. Indian Creek will be 0-2. Lakewood Park will be 0-2. And then we have... So... Theoretically, most likely, with the Baron win right now in this game, they will be in the championship game against Whiteland tomorrow. Guessing at 2 o'clock is when the championship game will be. And then we will have Hanover versus Northrop at 12. And then at 10 o'clock, we will have Lakewood Park versus Indian Creek. That is the most likely outcome right now if the Barons win. If the Barons lose... then it goes down to point differential. So, and the Barons didn't score much. They only beat Hanover by 3 points. But I think in that situation, Northrop has the point differential over, Lakewood Park. But I don't know if they'll play Whiteland and Northrop in the same game. I don't know that specific scenario and how the tournament works.
Well, there's only one way to find out as we head into the second half of this game. Got a little over 5 minutes before the Barons head back out there and finish this game.
There's 2 sides. This is what Brady said. There's 2 sides of the bracket. All right. Here's how it works. The line is drawn. So you've got DeKalb. They're 1-0. Then Hanover's 1-1. Then Indian Creek's 0-1. That's the top side of the bracket. And the bottom side's Northrop, Lakewood, and then Whiteland. Yeah. Lakewood and Whiteland play tonight, and then DeKalb and Indian Creek are playing. So there's still only 2 games left. So then the best team from this region the best team from this region will play the best team from this region, second best with this, and then third best with this. And if there's a tie, it's point differential. We figured it out.
I'd just take his word on it.
What a halftime report. I'm sure no one understood. I'm sure no one understood. I suck at explaining things, but.
Well, if anyone has any comments or questions, feel free to ask them in the comments.
You can put them in the comment area, and I'll try to answer them by best of our abilities.
Yeah, at least here in halftime, we'll try to answer them. Not sure as the game goes on. We'll try our best.
But just know that if DeKalb wins this game, they will be in the championship game at 2 o'clock, and if they lose, they'll probably play at noon.
And did the times come from Brady as well?
No, but I'm assuming they'll do the championship game last, the worst 10, and then the middle game at 12. That's normally how that works.
All right.
But so technically we don't know, but theoretically I'm like 90% sure that's how that will work.
All right. Well, just keep.
But not 100%. Not 100%.
Just keep your eye out for a BTV stream tomorrow. At some point, we will be filming, and it will be DeKalb. Now here we can see the Barons taking court, and we're going to see them soon back in action. Right now, they're just warming up.
Oh, shoot.
And we're hoping all those teams that have come from 3 hours away, 2.5 hours away, hopefully they're all able to stay in a hotel tonight and don't have to
drive all the way back tonight and then drive all the way back tomorrow. That'd suck.
That would be horrible.
My condolences for those that actually have to do that. I feel bad for you.
Yep, and alongside the Barons, the Braves are taking the court.
What'd you say the game score of the Northrop game was?
The Whiteland Northrop?
Yeah.
88-52, I believe.
In favor of Whiteland?
Yes.
Let's put that into max prep.
Oh, I hope
actually someone else can do that.
Yeah, I don't want to be wrong.
It was asking for a lot more information than I knew. If I did put it in, I was going to add like a comment says if it's wrong, blame Wyatt or something like that.
Well, hopefully someone will be putting in the scores. The Barons have done a great job. Coach Irvin has done a great job providing us with stats on max preps. He's been filling them out, and we've been able to bring you some great stats for the Barons.
All right, let's focus on the second half. The Braves are down by 7, so what do they got to change? Their way of trying to create some type of lanes that they can drive into the hoop has just not been working by this Cal defense. So now you got to start to think, okay, we do have decent three-point shooters. Maybe we've got to start utilizing them. In games like this scenarios, it's not a conference game, so it's not much on the line. So I'd like to try new ideas here. What do you got to lose? I mean, it's a tournament game at DeKalb, Auburn, Indiana. Try new ideas. Maybe this new idea is the idea that's really going to carry you throughout the season. So if I'm Braves right now, I think I try to create some three-point shots. And then if you try to create three-point shots, you have an open one, take it. But then maybe you can, after that, fake the three and then drive in. Because we've seen them drive really well along the baseline or down through the free throw.
Yep.
And their speed is really quick, too. Like, the Braves have really quick speed.
Some of that variety could very well help them. I mean, we've seen combinations of both, but never at the same time. We've seen some drives where they hit a couple three-pointers, and then they do a couple drives where they rush in and try to get a layup. And if they're able to mix it up a little bit more, a little bit better, then they could possibly be bring more of an attack to the Barons.
Yeah, there's an open three just like that, but Cooley couldn't get it to fall in. He needed to set his feet a little bit better on that shot.
Penrod's able to bring it down, and Vince comes down the court with the ball. Vince trying to work his way inside, but sends it back out to Penrod. Hawks working his way in. And I mean, there's more of that strategy that we were just talking about, working their way inside the paint and then dishing it out for a three possibly. But Vince is able to put it up.
They're going to call a foul there. Looks like on number 10, Alex Morse. It's a second foul, but that foul they're going to call on the floor, so not a shooting foul. Quick pass to Rice. Just lost the ball.
Out of the hands, and the Braves are down the court.
Cooley had an open three there. I kind of wish he took that shot. I think that's how you got to change some things up here.
Palumbo is able to pull down the rebound after the missed three, and he's bringing it back for the Barons. Hawks with the ball. They're able to set up a little bit.
What a great backdoor pass there by Dalton Cox. A big assist there, and Rice was able to finish that shot. That was just a great play there by the Barons.
Here it's the biggest lead of the night so far. Not the biggest lead. They had a 10-point lead a little bit ago. And the Braves are able to sink it down to a 7-point lead. And it is Barons ball, 28-21.
Cooley's just got a weird shot, but his vertical is so great that he can go over the defender and just shoot over their head. It's a weird shot, but it works for him really well.
Cox had a look there, but just didn't send it. And the Braves are able to get a hand on it, and now they have possession.
Yeah, that was going to be a really long three from Cox if he decided to take that shot.
Here it's going to be Barons ball.
Yeah, BRS just stepped out of bounds on the baseline there.
Vince taking the ball down the court. Some full court pressure here by the Braves. A change trying to get that steal. Rice holding the ball. Barons passing around looking for an opportunity. Vince has a look, but decides to go in, and it is the right play. He's able to get that layup and puts the Barons ahead by 9.
What a great drive to the hoop there for Brady Vince. Just had a small opening, but used his speed to get around the defenders and then finished with the really tough layup there.
The Braves trying to go in as well, but doesn't quite make it. Cox is able to pull it down. Palumbo puts it up and in for 2. And the Barons are up by 11 now. Now is the biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, the Braves are going to have to mix something up here to come back in this game. You still got over 12 minutes of ball left to play, so plenty of time to make adjustments and then come back in this ball game. Basketball is such a great sport because things like that can just change so quickly.
Yep, they called a timeout here, and now we're going to have to see what they come up with to change that lead. Some Elton John, and for those of you who didn't see it this morning, the cheerleaders and pep band are taking a break for the day. They're not here to support the Barons. They're still on break, but we're glad to be providing you with some entertainment over these timeouts and halftime. And hopefully you like hearing our voices.
Yeah, or Elton John.
Oh, who doesn't love hearing his voice?
Me?
Really?
I'm not an Elton John fan.
It's too bad.
I guess I'm not a pop fan. I don't know. I think he's good. I don't know what I was going to say. I never know what I'm going to say.
Braves passing it in. 4:40 left on the clock. Barons up by 11. We'll see what the Braves were able to figure out to try to change up their strategy. Barons once again locking in on defense.
Would that not be a better
No foul called there when Rice put it up.
Yeah, the DeKalb Baron head coach is furious about that call.
Yeah, Irvin was definitely not happy, and it's going to be Braves ball here.
Still 11-point lead for the Barons.
They're able to put it up, but it's into the hands of Penrod, who is making his way down court, trying to get that. And it goes out on the Braves, looks like. The Barons are going to here deciding. Vince is going to be sending it in.
Oh, dang it.
Big picks Penrod, but the Braves are able to get a hand on it, and they take it down court. And this is their third opportunity in a row without scoring. Able to get that foul, able to get a couple steals, but the Barons are able to take it back pretty quickly.
That was an unlucky shot there for Rice. It just went in and out. Those are the ones that just you really feel like he got in and missed. But I really like the play there. Great jump, and he had a wide open shot.
Here we go. Pebble's going to be subbing in for the Barons, taking Colombo's place, and Braves are taking it down court. Braves passed it out right into the hands of Pebble, and Cox is taking it down court now. There's going to be a foul called. The Braves are at their second foul for this quarter.
That is Ison's first foul of the game. Not a lot of fouling in this game so far, so no one should be in foul trouble for either team.
Here, Penrod drives in, and it just slips out, and it's going to be out on the Barons.
Yeah, Rice just couldn't grab the ball quick enough before it went out of bounds on that play.
Braves ball here with 2:40 on the clock. Not finding the open man. The Barons are doing a great job here stopping them on defense. And Braves sending it back out, but just not having enough time to get those open three looks. The Braves able to dish it out, but not quite converting it, not finishing through that three-point shot. Rice gets it and draws the foul.
Yeah, I believe that one's going to go up against Perez. That's his second foul of the night.
There are only 2 minutes left in this quarter, but 2 more fouls could bring the Barons straight to the charity stripe if it did get to that point.
There hasn't been any points for a long time on both sides.
So Pebble just missing that. And here's a foul called on the Barons.
Yeah, Rice picks up his second foul of the game.
This quarter has definitely had some of the most fouls. Here's Schmidt subbing in for Dalton Cox. The Braves still not finding an opening here from the three-point line or inside.
Drive it in, Cooley. They're gonna call foul before the shot. And that's Schmidt's first foul. Not a bad place to be with that foul. He was able to stop the drive, and he wasn't able to score any from the free throw line, or if he got past him. And here's Barron's ball, still up by 11. No points have been scored for a while. Until now, Braden Pebble putting it up, bringing the Barons to a 13-point lead, 34-21. And just let him go right by him. Like, no one picked him up. No one tried to block his shot. Maybe he's just too quick as he gets another fast break. Yep, an off pass there, and Pebble was able to just snatch it right out of the air. And the Braves here are going to want to slow it down, or they're just giving away mistakes for the Barons to just poke at. Right now, I mean, this is a big deficit. You almost have to score on every single possession you have. You don't need threes quite yet, but you need points every possession. Yep, and they're just not finding those opportunities quick enough against the Barons. There they're putting it up, but they're just not converting it, and Pebble was able to pull it down and get the rebound. Yeah, just slow it down. Make this the last possession of the third quarter. Head into the fourth quarter with at least a 15-point lead. Yeah, but it definitely looks like the Barons are just going to draw it out. Vince has got a lane, and he's got two. Another great opportunity there by the Barons. And that's going to end the third quarter, and the Barons are going to be headed into the fourth, leading by 17. Yeah, if you're the Braves, it's kind of a little bit of desperation time. You got to make down 17 points, and we'll assume that every possession takes about 30 seconds. So that means each team gets 8 possessions. So if you get 2 points every possession they have, and the Barons don't score at all, then the score is 37-38. The Barons still win. So you have to start to make threes to win this ball game. Yep, and the Barons do not need to be in a rush here at all, leading by as much as they are. They can just slow this game down, make it last as long as they want. Yeah, the Barons really don't need to score any points either. They can just sit on this lead, hold on to the ball for about 40 seconds, and if they come up with 3 or 4 defensive stops, then they have this game. So somehow, the Braves are going to have to figure out a way to either create big 3-point shots or score on every single possession and lock down the Barons. And you're going to have to full court press the Barons too. Yep, and that's if the Barons don't score. Right. I mean, coming out, you have to full court press the Barons and make sure that they have a tough time getting over the timeline. The last thing you want them doing is eating up 40 seconds of the clock every single time they have a possession. Yep, and here we go. We're starting the fourth quarter. 8 minutes of ball left to go. 17-point lead for the Barons. Barons working some sharp passes here. Schmidt takes a shot from the corner. Doesn't get it, and the Braves are able to snag it. Here there's a foul called already on the Barons. That could be one way that the Braves come back. If the Barons end up getting a little bit of foul trouble in this quarter, the Braves might find themselves at the line a little too often, and they could come back potentially.
Here's another foul called. Caden Rice. Just like you said, foul trouble could hurt the Barons. Another foul called.
That's 3 fouls immediately on the Barons.
Yep, within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, and they've really got to stay unphysical now. There's no need to be physical with this big of a lead.
Yeah, the Braves there able to get a quick 2.
Your job is just to eat up clock. You don't got to score quickly.
No need to make any rash plays. Like there, that's the second turnover the Barons have had already. There, the Barons are able to get a hold of it. Connor Schmidt doing a great job there getting a rebound.
Yeah, good rebound by Connor Schmidt, and then the foul. Meinhardt going up for the ball. For the the layup. Good word.
Yep, that's going to be the first foul for the Braves. Meinhardt's going to have a chance to extend this lead back to what it was. There, he sinks one. Dalton Cox here coming in for Brady Vince. Meinhardt doesn't get that one, but the Barons are able to get their own rebound off the rim, and that's a 3-point play rather than 2.
Great heads-up play there by Dalton Cox. Knowing that the ball is going to come to him, makes a great play, and then sees Rice wide open underneath the hoop. Great play there by Dalton Cox.
And Bo Meinhardt able to break away. But
they're going to call a foul on Meinhardt. That's the 4th team foul on the Barons in this quarter, and we're only a minute 30 seconds in. Not even.
That could be rough for the Barons if they don't calm down these fouls. This is definitely the most they've had all day even. Here you go, Braves working their way inside, and they're able to get a quick 2 there. The Braves have definitely come back from the third quarter pretty strong and have done a great job here of finding a rhythm that can just hurt the Barons.
Yeah, but they still need. They haven't really lead much. They've been in by 1 point within 2 minutes, so they're going to have to start scoring quicker, faster, and they're going to have to start looking to the 3 eventually. And I don't know if that's their strong suit.
No, we saw a couple at the beginning, but otherwise they have not relied on it heavily. They've mostly worked on quick plays, trying to find their lane, the basket. Here's some Neil Diamond for you if you can hear it at home. The Barons are going to be passing it in. Connor Schmidt sending it in. Barons are going to have possession with just more opportunity to eat the clock away. 6:15 left. But there's a missed throw, and the Braves are able to have a quick breakaway as that pass just goes awry. Bevel here holding onto the ball, sends it to Meinhardt.
Oh! And you hear the sound of the hand hitting Meinhardt's hand as he went up for the shot. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yep, and Coach Irvin was definitely looking for that. Off the rim.
He doesn't miss these often. He's 80% from the free throw line this season.
There's
Second
another.
one does go in.
Penrod here coming in from Meinhardt after those foul shots. And the Braves are going to be headed down court. Still trying to work on this Barron lead of 15.
And Cox coming up with a rebound there. He's maybe really short, but his hops and aggressiveness was able to come with the rebound.
Well, not too short. I mean, not compared to middle school. He's 5'10" now. He is, and he's got some legs underneath him.
But he's still short of those 6'4", 6'5" guys out there on the floor that he was able to out-rebound.
There, Penrod misses one. There, he's able to sink the second, making a 16-point lead for the Barons. Barons have calmed down some of their fouls now, and the Braves have not had a chance at the free throw line.
That ball's just passed out of bounds. It's going to be the Barons' ball.
Yeah, the Braves are definitely starting to rush here and giving the Barons some opportunities.
Now if you're the Braves, you have to start looking for 3-point plays. You have to outscore the Barons by 3 points per minute, and Caden Rice has made that tougher for the Braves. To win the game, you almost need to outscore the Barons by 5 points per minute, or 4 points per minute, so you have to start making threes now.
There's some nice work on the jump ball, but it's still not going to be enough to close in on the Barons much.
And the Barons are still driving the hoop and taking shots. I mean, if they're going to fall in, they'll fall in. But I kind of thought they would slow it down a little bit more, but they're still scoring nonetheless.
Here we go. The Braves are just not getting shots off fast enough, but there's a nice three.
That's exactly what they need in this situation. Just a bunch of threes to be able to come back. It's not ideal, but it's what you have to do.
Yeah, this still leaves the Barons ahead by 15 with 4 minutes to go. Penrod puts it up, nails it.
And that's a good shot. He's 54% from the field, and it definitely showed there. That was nothing but net on that jumper.
Braves trying to put it up, but a block there.
Yeah, by Caden Rice. Great ball movement, getting it to Brady Vince underneath the hoop.
A great job there by the Barons, and that's just going to extend their lead to 19 points.
And this game is basically over and unreachable for the Braves. I've seen some crazy things happen in the final 3 minutes of a game, but the way the Braves have been playing, this doesn't seem possible.
Nope, there is an air ball straight into the hands of Rice. Rushes down the court.
Oh, Barons wanted to have a little fun on the alley-oop there. Just not a perfect pass for Caden Rice. And Cooley makes a three, and that's going to be a timeout.
A nice three there for the Braves. And here, they're going to have one more opportunity to just relax and possibly close in on the Barons.
Yeah, the Braves are down 16 points with about 3 minutes left to go in this ball game.
I mean, it's not the 19-point lead, but I mean, that's still only by the three that they just hit, and the Barons have definitely shown that they can match that and keep this lead alive. Here, Barons are going to have possession to start off.
And it needs to be a full court press. So this is a soft full court press. You need the ball. It just kind of almost seems like the Braves have given up in a way.
Well, not the Barons. They're still fighting till the very end. And the Braves here are going to have possession. Trying to drive into the basket, but he's got 3 defenders on him.
Yeah,
There's a foul called.
That's a great play there. He didn't have a shot, but he went in necessarily thinking he was going to be able to draw a foul.
Yeah, that's a smart play there. Head straight to the line. Puts one up, but it just falls out. And here, the Barons are going to sub in a lot of their non-starting lineup. Malachi Webb, Peyton Greenlee, Paxton Woods, Carter Deller, and
Brady Kohler. Yeah, the whole starting lineup will take a seat. This will be interesting to see how this JV, this bench, the second team for the DeKalb Barons, matches up against this varsity team.
That and how they're going to be adjust and how well they've been watching this game so far to see how they adjust their play style to keep a handle on the Braves. Carter Deller working his way around, passes it out to Greenlee.
Now, one thing the second team is doing a really good job at is keeping the ball away from the Braves and eating up time.
The Braves
still just going to pass it around.
The Braves need to do something.
And Brady's going to draw the foul.
Kohler's going to pass it in. Sending out to Deller. I don't think this secondary lineup hasn't even tried to make a shot.
No, they're gonna try to eat up clock. Minute 30 left to go. 15 points.
There's another foul called, and Peyton Greenlee will step up to the line. There, he misses one.
He hasn't made a point all season. This could be his first point of the year. There he goes. 16-point ball game.
The Braves.
And a block by Malachi. A huge block, but somehow the Braves got the rebound and a switch. Wow, I have no idea how they did that.
I don't know.
Perry there on the 3.
A nice job there by the Braves. But still, only a minute left. Just doesn't seem like enough. Here the Braves take the ball, and there's going to be a travel called. It's going to be Barron's ball once again. Greenlee's going to be passing it in for the Barons.
Yeah, it looks like both teams have their secondary teams out there.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like.
Yeah.
Oh, for a minute, it didn't even look like the Braves were going to try to foul there.
And that's a great play by Paxton Woods coming up from behind and blocking that shot.
Yeah, incredibly athletic. He and Malachi Webb are definitely the big guys in this secondary team for the Barons. 40 seconds to go. Braves have possession. Sending it up for another 3. And another great shot there for the Braves.
Noah Nutzman.
Yep, knocking the score down to 10 with 20 seconds to go.
Brady almost lost the dribble, and Greenlee's going to head to the line again. He got fouled on that play. 18 seconds left, 10-point ball game. So the DeKalb Barons, it looks like we'll play in the championship game tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that's at 2 o'clock, but I'm not 100% sure that'll be at 2 o'clock.
Kohler setting it up and in for one.
Pardon me that I said Greenlee at the line. It's actually Brady Kohler.
Kohler there putting it up. Malachi Webb was able to get the rebound, but it just slips off his hands into the Braves, and who sent it up for another three. They've done a great job here against this Barons second team, but it's just been too little, too late, and the Barons are able to take the win, 53-45. A great effort there by the Barons, showing their dominance over this game.
And the DeKalb Barons will play in the championship game tomorrow. They improved to 6-1 on the season, so we'll be with you tomorrow to figure out who's going to take home the championship game. If Whiteland plays Lakewood Park in this next matchup. If Whiteland wins the matchup against Lakewood Park, then most likely, no, if Whiteland wins the game against Lakewood Park, then Whiteland will be the team in the championship game. And if Lakewood Park loses, then it will be, well, good word. Then I don't know. Then it goes down to point differential because every team will be 1-1. What did you say the score of the Northrop game was with Whiteland? 83-56?
88-52.
88-52. So what's that? 36-point differential?
Something like that, yeah.
Look at Lakewood Park here. Oh.
Well, no matter how it turns out, just keep your eye out for a Barons stream, and we will be covering the Barons in the championship.
It looks like no matter win or loss, Whiteland will be in the championship game.
So we look forward to broadcasting for you tomorrow. I've been Wyatt Nepper.
I've been Matthew Schumann.
And on cameras, Emma Books and Claire Otis. Thank you for joining us tonight.